America's Next Top Model is back in New York City, which is the birthplace of America's Next Top Model. When I created this show, I thought that it should be in New York, and it was. But I wanted to bring the show to Los Angeles because that's where I'm from, and Los Angeles is really getting really big as a fashion port, and I wanted to bring it to LA. But now it's the 10th anniversary, and we're back home. The theme of the house this year is called Model for a Cause. I think it's important for the girls to understand that once they reach some type of success, if they have a cause, they now have a platform to make change. And I started my T-Zone Foundation for young girls, I don't know, almost 10 years ago. And so that'll be a part of the theme of the house, T-Zone. We also have all of our winners from the past. Their pictures are going to be up, and they're going to be stating in big placards their causes. So all the winners have a cause, and they're going to state their causes in the house. So that's the theme of the house. The girls for Cycle 10 there's a lot of personality. Usually there's one or two that the girls tend to point out and say, I don't like her. But for Cycle 10, there's a lot of girls that we found once we started really interviewing them that they're like, I don't like her, well, I don't like her, well, I don't like her, well, I don't like her. So there's a lot, I think, because Top Model is getting so popular, these girls want it so much that it pulls out a competitiveness in them, sometimes an ugly competitiveness. So now there's like 4 or 5 girls in Cycle 10 that are like, ugh. And as producers, we were like, wait, should we recast this? Is it too much? But we realized they're the strongest personalities, they have the right model look, so let's just pray it doesn't get too crazy, but it's probably our most competitive kind of girls ever. My favorite girls on America's Next Top Model are the ones that start really rough. Like their walk is like, if I was at home or people are at home watching, which they are, of course, it's like a laugh out loud walk, like, oh my God, did you see her walk? How awful is it? She looks crazy. How can she be a model? And then for her to develop into this swan, to me, that's my favorite. That's my favorite type of girl. And I think that's the judges' favorite, although sometimes the judges can be harsh, and sometimes they might eliminate that girl a little too early before she's been able to have her metamorphosis. We're all very excited about our new addition of a judge. It's a legendary supermodel of the world, a woman that when I was younger, I looked at her pictures like, whoa, this woman is stunning. It's Paulina Poroskova. Paulina has made a name for herself. She had an Estee Lauder campaign for I think 7, 8, 9 years or so. She has been on multiple covers of Sports Illustrated. She was a true high fashion girl. Paulina is extremely blunt, very, very honest. She's like, Tyra, if I'm gonna do this show, I'm gonna tell it like it is. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? I'm like, oh, okay, wait, no, that's a little harsh. Okay, let's back up a little bit. But I love the fact that she is super honest. What you see is what you get. And she says, if I see something wrong with this girl, if I see her picture is off or her attitude is off, I'm going to let her know. America's Next Top Model, whether it's the first cycle or Cycle 10, is really about, finding this raw talent and finding girls that would have not had the access to the modeling world had it not been for this competition. I think this show has shown girls like, wow, I can do that. Sometimes when you look at a magazine or you look at television and you look at a runway fashion show, it looks so far away, and it looks like, wow, I could never do that. And America's Next Top Model makes it accessible for those girls.